Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Toxi and today we're looking at a brand new game that you may have seen, and that is Tamagotchi Plaza. I wanted to share my first impressions of the game and what I think about it so far. Don't forget to follow for more cozy game videos, and also if you ever want to hang out in the cozy Discord, come and say hi. So Tamagotchi Plaza is a super cute cozy game set in Tamahiko town. The aim of the game is to rank up the plaza of the town so you can host a festival. You'll need to open up all of the shops and attract Tamagotchi by having a busy and successful town. When you start the game, you can't make your character as such. You can have your name and your birthday, but you won't be able to make an actual character. You'll be walking around as your vice chairperson, as you're the main chairperson, so you walk around as whichever character you've chosen. For this, I chose Mimichi because it's a bunny, of course. 90% of what I've played so far were minigames. Every shop has a different minigame, which is really cool. However, none of the minigames have tutorials. I started with the manga shop first, where you create a 2-page manga and you have to meet the customer's needs. I'm gonna be honest, at first I kind of didn't get it, but I did pick it up towards the end, and you get a score after you've completed every customer. I did find a little tip though. If you go to Kuchipachi's shop, where you make galettes, of all the galettes I made, the customers always paid 60 gochi. So maybe this is a good way to accumulate money quickly for your upgrades. That and the minigame is pretty straightforward. It tells you what to make. Also, Nelia Achi's tailor shop, the image is just the piece of what you need to make, and then you just need to match it up. So it's pretty simple. You're just shown the image, you just need to replicate it. Just make sure you watch your placements and make sure that you don't have a crop top when you need to have a normal length top. One thing I really love about this game is the sound effects. I know it might bother some people, but I actually love them, and each mini game has different ones, so it's not always the same different sounds. The game music and sound effects, if they're not to your liking, you can turn them down or off, but I think they're really cute. So as I mentioned before, you need to open all 12 shops so that the town can start to make its mark. But if you have the Nintendo Switch 2 version or buy the upgrade for it, you'll actually get access to 15 shops. However, the additional shops will use the Nintendo Switch 2 mouse controls. This was actually my first time using the mouse controls on the Switch 2. My mouse mat, if you will, on my desk is a pink cutting mat. It fills up the whole of the desk. So maybe this was the reason the controls didn't work as well for me, because it was not a solid color surface. But again, it was my first time using this feature. I've seen people use it with a normal table and it works fine with mouse controls. Regardless of it working out for me or not, I think it's really cool that they've added the feature in the game, but I think it is a shame that the original Switch users won't have access to these extra shops. Once you do open the 12 main shops, you'll then be working towards upgrading the town. In your house, you can get reports of the percentage of how good your plaza is for the festival. Mine was 0%, but we'll get there. If you head over to the whiteboard, you can also upgrade your town. It's still early, but I believe the bulk of gameplay is just mini games, which if you like them, that's great. However, if you're not a fan or you're not a fan of certain ones, I can see this not being a sustainable game to keep playing in the long run. Some shops do allow for local 2-player, which is a really nice feature, so if you're playing with someone else, it will be fun. The game does have functionality to link with Tamagotchi Uni devices. If you have one, this will unlock items and events that are not in the main base game. Overall, I would say the game is fun, but it's definitely hard to say it has a lot of longevity once your town has been fully upgraded. For For that reason, I think this game might be suited towards someone who is a really big fan of Tamagotchi in general. There are so many cozy game releases this year, and a lot of games are bunched together like in the same month or coming out within weeks of another release. So everyone, I guess, needs to be strategic with which games they purchase, which games they're going to have time to play. So definitely keep that in mind when making your choices. I'll keep playing until I have a royal town. But what do you think of the game? Have you played it? Do you like the look of the gameplay? Does it look like something you like? Are you a big Tamagotchi fan? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to follow for more cozy game videos. Hopefully this video has helped if you were unsure if you wanted to get the game or not. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Take care. Bye.